Hello YouTube, it's Sean from the Pompey Game Zoom here, back with another video. So, it's the first of a new style of videos really for me now, that when I watch a gameplay sometimes you just actually want to watch the game. Nothing against people that record the videos, but sometimes you just want to watch the footage, hear the game sounds, how it plays, and really get your own opinion on games. So what I've decided to do from now on is actually just record the footage, me playing it, uploading it, and then down the line sort of doing a summary video, sort of just recapping the game, and reviews really. And if you want to watch a review of the game and learn a bit more about it, obviously you can watch this part of the video that I'll link in the videos that I've uploaded with no commentary. And if you don't, great, you don't need to, you can just watch the footage. But anyway, so there's been two recent game uploads on my channel in these two here. Brilliant little titles that I really enjoyed playing. I actually played on these for a good 3 or 4 weeks before recording the videos. Yeah, you wouldn't have expected it actually from looking at the gameplay, it wasn't great. I recorded footage on my new capture card, which worked really well with a HDMI converter or upgrader, however you want to call it. It worked really well, so I'm really into playing the games and recording them again now. So how this is going to work then, so I'll just sort of give, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to each game, and if you want to watch it, great. If you don't, great. Hopefully you enjoyed the video footage that I put up for the actual games. So we're going to start off with EA Rugby, and I'll play some of the video that I recorded, totally going back on what I just said, but if you want to watch the actual video, you'll go back and watch that. So what can I say about EA Rugby? Well, this game intrigued me back in 1995, I want to say, or 96, because I think it came out just before, just after. Came out in 94, so it came out in 1994, but I seem to remember getting this in 1996. The only reason I say that was because I had FIFA 95 that I recall trading in, could have even been FIFA 96, that I recall trading in to get this game. I'm a very fleeting rugby fan. It's not something that I would necessarily watch if it was on. But you know what, it's one of those things, if the game intrigues you and it really captures your imagination, then you're going to play it. Now the real reason I sort of got this was because obviously it's FIFA 94 on the back. So if you read the reviews on this game, and I remember reading a Mean Machines, actually no, not Mean Machines, seeing a Games Master episode with this featured on it. I can't remember what episode it was, but I'm sure, it was certainly in the season with, I believe it was Dominic Diamond was the, it wasn't Dexter Fletcher, it was Dominic Diamond who was doing the reviews. So I think, didn't Dexter Fletcher come in for season 3 or 4? So it was either the one before that or the one after. I'm pretty sure it was the season before. But this game was really well reviewed, and it caught my imagination straight away because I love the FIFA game engine, the isometric view, and just playing a different sport as well. This was, I played rugby in school very loosely, very non-regularly, should we say. It was just basically training sessions and stuff. But I played a handful of games, but I was never really sort of in love with it like I was football. So I went to a rugby school, so yeah, go figure. But anyway, so how does this game play? Well, it plays really well. I've got to admit, it's one of those games that obviously, like FIFA 94, 5, 6 and 7 and FIFA 98, all the FIFAs on the Megadrive, should have just said that. It's limited, you can score from certain areas. You can't do like tricks and things like that. It's very limited. It's sort of get the ball, pass it, and try and score a goal or score a try in this instance. I will say also, EA Rugby is a bit of a button basher. If you're going to sort of play this game, you're going to be trying to win the ball back in scrums and line-outs and things like that. Still haven't quite remembered how you do the line-outs from memory. You probably see from the footage that I didn't actually win one line-out. So, no, this game was absolutely brilliant back in the day. I remember playing it so many hours, and you wouldn't think of it by looking at it, but I used to be pretty decent at this game. I don't think I ever completed it from memory, didn't ever win the World Cup, but I used to love the EA Barbarians and the EA Maulers. They were basically an all-star team, a bit like on the FIFA 95, was it no, it was FIFA International, wasn't it? They had the sort of custom teams with the made-up players, very similar to this really. This has the custom teams and everything like that, the custom players. that fill out the EA Maulers and Brawlers, and they're sort of, you know, unbelievably talented squads and very difficult to beat. So my naivety coming back to this game, probably about 25 years after I played it last, I went straight into it. England versus Wales, and Wales gave me an absolute pasting. I don't think I just couldn't get near them. They were just absolutely flying through me. So yeah, I reset it and went back to the classic England versus Germany. Did Germany even play rugby? I don't know. So yeah, it was a resounding result for the English, and lo and behold, I accidentally lost the footage I recorded of England versus Wales, so I had to upload the England versus Germany footage, so a bit of a shame there, but anyway. So yeah guys, EA Rugby, brilliant little title. If you're going to search it out, it costs pounds on eBay, we're not talking tens of pounds. You can probably get a box copy of this sort of delivered to you for about £7. And just a little side note, the actual full box version, it comes with the poster for the game, which is always behind. I'll just show you now. And I think on one side it's got a poster, and on the other side it's got a Rugby World Cup tournament flyer. This will be really awkward if it's not on there, because I seem to remember seeing that. But here's a poster that came with it. I seem to recall it came with includes quick guide to rugby. So this isn't fully boxed. Oh dear, that was awkward. So anyway, if you want a full boxed copy, then okay, there's that as well. I thought that might have been, but it's not. So if you want a full box copy, this isn't it, and it might cost you considerably more than £7 to do it. But anyway, I swear I had that. I don't know why I'm looking behind me. It's not like it's going to be out, but anyway, yeah. So this isn't fully boxed and fully. Really ready. That was awkward. But anyway, EA Rugby, one search out guys for sure. Going to cost you £7 non-complete, probably 20 quid if it's got this little thing here, which I thought I had and I don't. But anyway, so it's going to cost you considerably more. But anyway, £7, probably £3 for a cartridge if you just want to buy it and throw it on. So the next one, anyone that knows me knows I'm a massive Formula 1 fan. One of my favourite console variants in the Sega Megadrive with virtual racing. These game series, they totally captured me when I was a kid. Apart from Grand Prix 2, which I think was on the PC, that game was just mind blowing when I was a kid. It was a totally different level, and we'll get onto it. But you know, this was my version of Grand Prix 2 in 1996, 1997 when this was released. He says, just looking at the back of the box, 1994. Was this 94? Man, it's pretty revolutionary for 1994, but anyway, that's all. So I was playing F1 World Championship Edition. Now this box set is actually really difficult to get hold of it, and I'll be honest, I had cart only for a little while, and I only owned the cart back in the day. I bought it at Ross Records with Rob, I seem to recall. But the box for this just looks really cool on the Mega Drive, and it's on the SNES as well. But yeah, really cool box art. And actually, I always thought the one before this, in the F1 panel of games that are on the Mega Drive, you know, these two box arts are really cool. So yeah, I had to search this one out. But yeah, really happy to have this. So how does this play? Well, in a similar way to this one here, which is the first version of this game series, essentially. This game shares a lot of similarities. You're going to notice, actually I would say this one's probably a little bit better detailed. I'll put some side by side here so you can see it. The sort of stuff that you come across at the tracks, sort of the stuff around the tracks, there's like power cables, there's trees on certain levels, pit lanes, bridges, scenery is actually better detailed in this in the original F1 game. But this one here actually plays better. F1 World Championship Edition, that one, so I'm getting confused here. This one actually plays better, looks a lot better on the screen, plays better, it's a lot quicker and a lot smoother, should I say. It's a very decent game series, I would say. These games very strong. They sold really well on the SNES and Mega Drive, so yeah, they're definitely games to search out if you're a Formula 1 fan. Some notables on this that you won't find Ayrton Senna on this one, and you won't find Ayrton Senna on this one. Now, the one thing I would say with this game, it's a little bit weird because obviously you know, I grew up playing Super Monaco Grand Prix, and someone in the comments, I forget your name, but I will put the comment up on the screen here and say, someone in the comments actually said that these should have been the next versions of the Super Monaco GP title, because they're so well detailed and they have the rights to everything. Now, if Sega bought up the rights to this, I know these games were on multiple platforms, and like I said, they're on the SNES and everything, but if they bought this up, they already had the rights to these. So around the side of the spine here, you can see sort of all the names there of the drivers. Now, the one notable mention that isn't there is Ayrton Senna, because this game was released on multiple systems. It was also on the SNES. Sega had locked up Ayrton Senna to do Super Monaco GP, and I believe he was under agreement till 1995 to make games for the Mega Drive, because there was rumours there was going to be a kart game that came out on the Mega Drive. It never did. But subsequently, there were kart games that came out at a later date on the PlayStation, which I've actually covered on my channel. So who knows, you might have gotten a similar game like that on the Mega Drive. But obviously, Ayrton Senna passed away in 1994, 1st of May. One of my favourite all-time race drivers. That and Jacques Villeneuve. I used to love Jacques Villeneuve. The one thing I would say on this game, it's a bit of a nod to Ayrton Senna, obviously, because this game was released in 1995, so it would have been a year after his death. Now, I did play this game back in the day, and I really, really enjoyed it. Played this with Rob quite a lot, around his house with a cartridge I had. But the one thing you'll notice on this game is that they've got the, as you'll probably see on the footage, but if I haven't got the footage running, I'll do it here. So the car's up the top there. It's all proper drivers and everything like that. David Coulthard has replaced Ayrton Senna on this, who actually stepped into the car after Ayrton passed away. And also on this game, I did notice, it's just something that you would notice here, but this picture on the back of the box is the actual start of the San Marino Grand Prix with Ayrton Senna leading there, and that was his final race. So I don't know whether that's a bit of a nod, but anyway, it's something I suppose a Formula 1 fan would notice when you're playing it. It's a very, very iconic start at San Marino, where they sort of bank off to the left as soon as they start. So, but yeah, I mean, both games were made by Domark. And I haven't actually covered this game yet on my channel, but I will do. But this one here, I was really intrigued because of obviously the box art. Really, really decent box art. Really sort of, really gets you into the spirit of racing games and stuff. But yeah, this was really well reviewed when it came out, and to be honest, I can see why. It's absolutely brilliant. Totally captivates you when you're playing. Really makes you feel like you're in there. I would say these games, I think it seems to be the way with some of these Mega Drive racing games, apart from VR racing, in that this one, I don't know if there's things you can turn off, but it did feel on certain circuits that you're on rails, that you're already turning the corner without needing to put too much input into it. If you didn't put any input into it, you would just run off to the side and hit a tree or a sign or something. But you wouldn't just carry on going forward, if that made sense. You would always sort of, I don't know whether that's the track design and some sort of game mechanics and stuff, that it would just mean that you turn the corner with it. But yeah, so that was the only thing that I'd probably say about it, that it's a bit limited in that regard. But yeah, I can't complain, but I just absolutely love this game. When I played it, it felt so detailed. And before you played the PlayStation variations of Formula 1 games, it was this was sort of the go-to sort of racing game for me until VR racing. Now this was obviously released after VR racing, but in my gaming life, I actually didn't get hold of this game for a little while because we used to rent it quite a lot. But yeah, this one here I actually bought from Ross Records back in the mid-90s, I would say. So yeah, one to search out for sure. Now the box art does push this up quite a lot. I would say, I think I got this one in the bundle, so it didn't actually cost me anything. So you just got to keep your eagle eye out there. So the one way you can notice it is that the original is a black spine and this one is on the blue. So I just saw this in a stack of games, like it was just the blue, and I could just make out the F1 logo there. And yeah, thankfully it arrived, and it's fully boxed. So yeah, really, really happy to add these into the collection and to also play them. Like I say, I'm just going to upload game footage from now on. and actually just do little videos like this, little summary videos really, just to go through. If you decided to pick these games up, they're really, really decent, and certainly worth searching out for sure for any system that you have, be it the Mega Drive or the SNES. And I seem to recall actually that EA Rugby was on the PC. Don't quote me on that, but anyway. Yeah guys, so quick video, just a summary video there, and I'll upload these after my 2 videos have been uploaded of the games themselves. Hope everyone's doing well. I'll be back with a pickup video soon, and basically an update on what I've been up to, because it's been a very, very busy few months, and that will become clear when I do my next video. But I hope everyone's staying safe and well, and until next time, please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.